Hello, this is Roger Shouse, and this is Jumpstart Rewind. This is part of our Heaven Bound podcast family. Jumpstart number 2965, first written November 7, 2021. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember also your Creator in the days of your youth, before the evil days come and the years draw near, when you say, I have no delight in them. Solomon's age-old advice still rings true for us today. Putting God first in your life at the early age can keep the soul and your life from decades of heartache and trouble. Religion isn't just for old people. All of us need God, and this wonderful passage has several things built in that we ought to notice. First, the order is to remember your Creator. You remember Him by remembering what you've done with Him. If there's nothing there, there's nothing to remember. This implies some early instruction, especially in the home. This is part of the Jewish fabric of life, and it ought to be part of the fabric as well. In the home, in the church, in talking and explaining, showing and teaching the evidence of God. Remember your Creator. Secondly, evil days will come. Solomon may be driving at the temptation and influence of friends. When a child is young, the immediate family is the social world. But as the child grows, there are kids at school, kids out on the team, kids at camp, and that circle of influence widens. And here it is, a child can be introduced to evil. Evil days are coming, is what Solomon warned. You can't keep them from happening. But what you can do is remember your Creator, and that will keep the evil at bay. Thirdly, Solomon says the years draw near. We simply call that age. There are many days I think I'm still in my 40s, but then I look in the mirror and reality reminds me that those years are here. Many adventures, many memories, many blessings, many faces, many places. And without God in you to guide you, you end up as a selfish grump who no one wants to be around. Now, from all of this, there are some lessons that we need to hear, especially for our young people. It's best that they hear it from home. First of all young people struggle with choices and temptations. You did, I did, they do. The challenge to fit in, the challenge to be accepted. Sometimes there is a cost that comes with these challenges. Sometimes that cost isn't worth paying. You sell your soul just to be liked by people who will use you and forget you is not worth what you ought to think about and what you have to give. It's harder swimming upstream in a world that's floating downstream. It's hard to do what's right when all around you is doing wrong. Parents, remember to be helpful, kind, and let your teen know that they are not the first one to face tough choices. You've gone through tough choices, and tell that to them. Secondly, the habits you start now may be with you the rest of your life. This is true both of good habits and bad habits. A young person who starts smoking in middle school may well be smoking in his 30s, and if he lives long enough, even in his 60s. But people in their 60s don't take up smoking, they're trying to quit. The habit of lying can start early, and it can follow you all the days of your life. Eventually, one starts lying to themselves. But good habits, such as starting the day with prayer, being punctual, being honest, being a servant, those two can grow and define you the rest of your life. Find the good things and get after them. Make habits in your life that are good and helpful. Thirdly, what you believe will be challenged by friends and adults. This happens at school. This happens in the workplace. This even happens in the family. Those that do not like Jesus or think that you are taking things way too seriously will throw hard questions at you. Some will try to trick you and even get you to get things confused and scrambled in your mind. Your faith, what you know, will get you through those moments. The critics tested Jesus often. They twisted his words. They tried to put him in a corner. The same may happen to you. But Solomon said, remember your Creator in the days of your youth. Fourth, teens die. We know this, but sometimes it just doesn't sink in. I knew kids in my school who never graduated. They died. My children has had kids in their school who died. Some were foolish. Some took their own lives. Some were in car accidents. Some had cancer. Don't keep kicking the can down the road of what you ought to be doing. You may not have a down the road. Make a difference where you are now. Be a person of Christ and be a person of influence right now. Fifth, God loves you and is always there for you. You will experience in life people who will disappoint you, who let you down, and who leave you. God won't do that to you. You'll have people making poor choices that hurt you. God won't do that to you. And to know that wherever you go, the Lord is with you, and you're never truly alone. Daniel in the lion's den, God was there. Noah in the ark, God was there. Peter in prison, and God was there. Your life may not be easy. You may have some really tough mountains to climb, but you never climb them alone when you have God. Always remember to walk with God. And all of this simply begins with these simple words: remember your Creator in the days of your youth. Thank you so much for listening.